Hey Wookiees, Rebels, and more, welcome back to the channel. What you're about to watch is a cut down version of a live stream call that I do on Discord every Wednesday, 9 p.m. CT. This recap is for those who can't make these calls and also to log what I've been working on lately. These videos are more podcasty, they're not scripted at all, and they kind of trail off to wherever the audience or the fellow editors kind of take them. So if you want to see these live, be sure to join us on Wednesdays, 9 p.m. CT on Discord. Okay, so basically we're just going to start off with looking at Appo, trying to make this clone trooper here have an arrow on his head so that Appo is on his right shoulder, kind of hinting at him being his right-hand man. And yeah, we'll see where the conversation goes from there.
Well, speaking of, well, was Appo his right hand man? Because who was the clone that got blowed up on Coruscant by Jocasta Nu's ship?
Who, what, when, where, what?
Jocasta Nu flew back to the temple, blew up her ship with some clone. Oh, no, there wasn't a commander there. It was the one who was leading the clones that started shooting at Vader and got thrown out of the shuttle because his clones started shooting at Vader.
You're talking about in the like Vader comic books
Yeah,
whenever he like first.
yeah. This was like
I want to say he was with
months after.
Fox a lot, but I can't
Okay, we,
remember.
we already know where Fox is,
Yeah.
unless he's not, and in which case he's what was it? Trife? What was the guy's name?
Thyre.
Fire.
Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah, that sounds elvish.
Does a little bit. All right. So the first thing I need to do is make sure that this track is on. Um and it, that doesn't look right at all. Oh wait, yes it does.
Yeah, it does.
Well, not right, not the first couple of frames. The first couple of frames do not look accurate at all. There's a way you can do like a mesh track where you take this tool and like you can shape it to the helmet. And then when you hit mesh, it tries to come up with like, why didn't it do it? Oh, there it goes. Just took a minute. It tries to make like the most bare bones 3D model ish. It's like a 3D projection.
Uh,
And then from there, I can like increase the amount of vertices and stuff to try and get a good track. And the good thing about this is it won't only just like um track on, but it should also like be good for his motion and if he like tilts his head at all. Let's see. All right, I think let's just do this and we'll give it a second because I think adding an arrow shouldn't be like too hard, but you never know. The problem with adding things in post is you're working with all the refined footage that's not really meant to have any. You don't get any of the preserved data. Well, that looks pretty good.
it's on his head.
Yeah, does it? Sometimes it looks like it falls off, but it could just be like the lag.
Maybe.
Just need these uh wed red webs on his head. That looks pretty good.
Yeah, let's see it.
I'm scared.
You should be.
Oh, it looks like it glitched a little bit at the end there. This looks okay. this part is probably its best. I like how it goes out of focus.
Yeah, no, I think you're okay.
All right, I think we just go with the warper. But not the. Let's do the grid warp, and let's make the not this. We're gonna change this grid size to be like super tiny. No, I think we need the classic warper tool.
The warper, is that what you used to let Akbar trail off?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I use that to manipulate his mouth into moving. Oh my gosh, I found it. Whoa, this is weird. Yeah, but the uniform. Oh, I know what it is. I need to increase the rigidity to tell it that the surface is a solid surface because this tracker also works on clothing. So it's one of the things I'm doing. We might work on that too. We can work on the Han Solo logo because that's also the same effect, and it's kind of nice when I do the same effect over and over again because then I'm just I'm in that mode.
I can't believe you forgot to turn on the rigidity. Such an amateurish mistake.
Well, now I'm thinking it looks fine.
Yeah.
Here, let's do this.
Oh,
Now you can.
heck yeah.
Yeah, that looked fine. I'm saying I need to move on. All right. What should we work on next? Appo's arrow is completed. We have so many projects to touch and look at and open and move. I could
Cool.
do
How's
Han
next? No.
Solo's
Okay. Han Solo's what?
uh logo emblem, his shoulder patch.
I don't remember what you're talking about.
Well, let me show you because it's going to be really painful.
Oh dear.
Well, that
Is, why is her neck?
let's move on. Moving on.
Has she had her throat cut?
Moving on. Moving on.
Where'd you get this ship?
So that's what I'm adding.
Yeah, that's
Jakku? A junkyard? Thank you.
that's not going to be painful to watch. I feel like this is going to be very satisfying.
Quick editor's note for this scene. I didn't explain it. I'm still learning how to be a good host for these kinds of things, so please forgive me, but I want to try and do it now before I forget. Um, the emblem that's going on Han's jacket, I don't want this to feel like an edit that is 1000% going to happen. It's a very tedious edit that I really want to happen because of the reasons I'll get into in just a second, but also because you don't really know with something like this because for if I'm gonna track it on his shoulder for the entire film, there are some shots like the one that we'll look at this that are just a lot harder to tackle, and if there's a couple that end up being just out of my grasp, then I might have to scrap it. That's not to say I'm not going to give it my best, and that includes hand keyframing and hand animation, if that's what it comes to. But I just I didn't make that clear, and I haven't posted this on the Discord at all. So I wanted to make it clear that this is more of a can I do this, not hey I'm going to do this. So I want to be very clear with what kind of promises I make to you guys. Too many editors try and make huge promises and then don't follow through. I don't want to be that kind of editor. I want to be able to follow through on my promises for you guys, and so I just want to cover my butt. This edit, though, just to kind of talk it out, is the idea is Han Solo isn't going to be a divorced single dad doing the things that he did in his 20s and early 30s with his best friend now that he's in his 50s and 60s. We're just not going to do that. I think that's so weird that that's the route that they chose to go with Han Solo's character, to revert him back to his smuggling world. Now, I get it that if you lost a son to the dark side, maybe yeah, you would revert into it. But I still think we've gone through too much character growth with Han that he would revert this way. So the way I see it, and I want to get a voice actor, or maybe I can try some AI audio synth. But what I want to do is I want to make it to where Han Solo isn't waiting around to save Ben. He's actively searching the galaxy for his son, Ben Solo. He is trailing the First Order and trying to find contacts. And his most recent find is that if he transfers Rathtars to this king, the king will have information on his missing persons case, as he's going to call it, to stay vague. So if anyone happens to be watching this for the first time, which that would be pretty cool, then that secret of Kylo's lineage would be preserved, or at least teased just a little bit longer instead of it being revealed right now. But the main idea is that Han is looking for someone. Han is not smuggling for money. He's not getting himself into trouble like he used to. No, this is a grown Han who has learned from his mistakes and that's his story arc. But to tie it back into the New Republic emblem that's going to be on his left shoulder, that is to signify that before this, he was a pilot instructor at the New Republic Academy. It is my headcanon, and if I can fit it in, which I would love to do, I'd love for him to be Poe Dameron's teacher. You know, to have Poe say a line of have Han or Poe give Han and Poe some banter, maybe over the comms at the last one is like, I taught you better. Like Han looking up at Poe being like, I thought I taught you how to fly better than that. That's just off the cuff right now. But if you guys have ideas for what that could be, please, I'm all ears. Let me know what you guys come up with, or if you think that's a good idea. But yeah, so that's the reason I'm trying to attach this emblem, is so that we do some world building. We establish Han as a person who is proud of his government that he helped build and fought as a general in the army for. I don't want him to be a smuggler anymore. Now, he is doing smuggling in episode 7, of course. He is smuggling Rathtars, but he's specifically doing it for his missing persons case, to find his son, to bring him home, and he hasn't given up hope yet. All right, with all of that out of the way, back to the live recap podcast thing. Yeah, naturally.
Hey guys.
What's
Hey,
up, man?
sorry I'm a bit late.
Oh, you're totally fine. We're doing some boring stuff.
Oh,
We're home.
Some boring, fun stuff.
okay, hang on. Can I make you feel old for a quick second?
Sure.
Because you just played the scene Chewie, we're home. That trailer that it dropped in, that was on my 11th birthday.
How old are you
20.
now?
I
can fast. Like,
That doesn't hurt as like that bad.
okay. I'm just used to like.
Because I'm only 5 years older than
Okay,
you.
that's fair.
But we're trying to add. I'm gonna add.
The New Republic symbol.
New Republic. Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you. Junkyard. I told you we should have double.
junkyard.
So this one will be kind of tricky. So either I could work on a tricky one, or I could keep working on easy ones. And check this out. This effect, look, it's just this. Isn't that cool?
Ooh,
It's just that.
that's really cool.
Maybe it's not that cool.
I mean, it is pretty. Like,
But
the way that it bends, I think, is cool.
It's like not that intense of an effect. Like it's just one little node tree.
So, like, does it track?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's sick.
Yeah, that's the first thing we're gonna do. We're gonna reset this. We're going to. Oh. Why is that playing? Stop it. All right. We're gonna turn this on, which kind of. I find that it sometimes helps the computer track stuff when it can see stuff better.
Really?
It's not
I
always
never
the
would have
case.
guessed.
Yeah, see, this is why they pay me the small bucks.
Wait, you guys are getting paid?
And it's just like his left shoulder icon.
Trying to find it.
I also thought putting it on his whole back.
It's flat, but it's a bit much.
Yeah, I agree. I think Han would also be subtle about it.
So, I mean, maybe just like okay, what if just like a little general?
This feels like the right size on his shoulder now.
Yeah, okay.
I feel like we're in the right spot. Okay, so now the hard part is tracking it.
Yep.
Oh, I have an edit that I'm kind of doing that's similar to your Clone Wars edit. Where I'm taking a bunch of like different episodes and just kind of making them work. All right, this broke.
Not just one of those edits where they take a story arc that was already like meant to go together and string them together, right?
Yeah, this is taking. Yeah, I'll show you after this. It's a mixture of Mando and Boba Fett
Okay.
stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, there it is. Now it's stuck. Let's check out the Mandalorian real quick because I want to get your thoughts on how this edit is built. Because I'm really happy with the ending of this, which the ending has to land because unfortunately the climax is also the ending with no epilogue, which is not necessarily great for stories, but I think I'm hoping I can really nail it. So I kind of want this to be The Mandalorian episode 1.
Wait,
You mean
like
like recontextualizing the entire series?
No. Sorry. Like the movie 1. Like the new movie coming out would be a sequel to this. Mandalorian season 1, 2, this one which I'm calling Father and Son, and then season 3 and then movie 2. Opening up with Mando attacking this guy as a cold open, just exactly how Boba Fett did it. We'll follow Boba Fett's approach and get all of this context. But now this is happening after Book of Boba Fett in the timeline. So you're getting this and then you would immediately watch Mando season 3 so that you would be able to juxtapose like learning about the fall of Mandalore and being able to see the fall of Mandalore with the new season coming out. So we get this scene. I am going to make a new scene. I don't know if I have the previs. No, I don't have the previs. Mando's going to leave this, and he already has his N1 because he built it in the Book of Boba Fett. He's going to fly to the planet, and this is when we're going to get all of the Grogu stuff. So we get to meet Grogu halfway through.
Also, I don't know if you plan on doing this for like this edit or if you do them in any of the other film edits, but if you want to do like a Rogue One styled, like how they have the names of the planets, the planet name is Ossus.
Ossus? Well, I was thinking about retconning it to be Yavin and throwing in like the Masasi Temple as we fly in.
Ossus is a good EU Jedi planet.
I'll keep it as Ossus then. I did retcon the Order 66 scene from later in season 3. I'm moving it here
That makes sense.
Yep.
so that we get his entire flashback here. Right? So instead of having just a piece of it and then getting a longer piece later, you get the whole thing here.
Including
including my new shots of the
The Venator.
Star Destroyer.
Nice.
Right, and then we get out of it. And then we do more training. Because now that he's gone through the emotional thing, Grogu can actually train. We get the Ahsoka and Luke moment. Oh, everything's running super slow. So then what happens is we're going to get Luke posing the question of like, what do you choose, the saber or the armor? And then I found this music, which for YouTube I'll probably have to like cut, but I really like this. Y'all tell me what you think. Can y'all hear it? So it's not playing necessarily very fast, but we would then get Mando returning to Ossus. This is an original shot I did.
Okay.
This is still in previs. That's why that looks terrible. I stole this from earlier. Then I got some nice stock footage, and I'm gonna add the ship flying through it. I'm gonna have the ship flying overhead. I'm gonna do a shot where we're in the trees looking up. And here's the big, hairy, audacious goal. He's going to land, get out of his ship, and then he's going to take a knee, and Grogu is going to like run and jump in his lap. And like they're gonna hug. And then we're going to see like Grogu in the ship like waving goodbye to R2-D2 and Luke. And then after that, we'll see them like leaving. And then we'll get the finale. And then a small post-credit scene being this. Wherever it is. It's not showing up because we decided to lag all of a sudden. But yeah, this one. And then the music will have died down. But this will reunite Grogu and Mando in their own movie, and they don't have to be in someone else's show.
If I may recommend like another idea for an after credit shot or after credit scene, it's the scene from season 3 where it's Carson Teva and the other X-wing pilot coming upon the Lambda ruin and like seeing Moff Gideon was broken out by Mandalorians.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm going to have that more for a season 3 arc, I think, than I would want for this. This is more of adventures to come post.
I got you.
No, I feel
right.
I'm with I'm sorry, I've forgotten your name.
Craig.
I'm with Craig on this one. Yeah, no, that makes more way. That's because you should be teasing like you would say adventures to come. Well, this is the adventure to come. This is literally.
But we have no context. So the point is that in Mando season 3, he's like, they're like, we don't even know if his shuttle made it, right? They kind of set up that post credit scene versus this one's just a destroyed Lambda. We don't really know what that means.
Fair enough.
Fair.
Versus, I think this is, I want to go off the hype of the moment that I built instead of like going into a mystery thing.
Because otherwise, you could have, you could just if you didn't use that as a.
But yeah, this whole last scene should be their reunion, and that we're back in the saddle, and the whole movie builds up to this moment. But I gotta go, so I appreciate you guys. We will chat later. Thank you guys for watching to the end of this video. Let me know if you guys have any thoughts in the comments. That was a pretty good recap video, I think. I don't know. You tell me. I mean, have you seen worse? Probably. Have you seen better? Definitely. But I hope you enjoyed it. I mean, that'd be cool.